This is Biology Chapter 7, Health and Hygiene. We'll be covering pages 86 to 88. First is health. What is health? According to World Health Organization, health is a state of complete physical, mental and social well-being. जब हम completely physically, that is our body is fine, mentally when we are functioning properly, when our brain is functioning properly, and social well-being when we can adjust in the society around us. So when we are physically, mentally and socially well and well adjusted, that will be our health, that will be called being healthy. For the above definition, healthy person कौन है? विदाउट एनी फिजिकल और मेंटल डिजीज़, जिसमें कोई फिजिकल या मेंटल डिजीज़ यानी कि बीमारी नहीं है. यू आर नॉट सफरिंग फ्रॉम एनी डिजीज़ विच इज़ अफेक्टिंग योर फिजिकल हेल्थ और योर मेंटल हेल्थ. Not physically handicapped. When we are not physically handicapped in any way, when our body parts are functioning properly, without any social and mental problem, when we do not have any problem socially so that we can adjust in the society properly, or any mental problem, that is we can adjust the stress, the tension, the mental things properly. We are not in any kind of tension or anxiety, free from all mental and psychological tensions. जब हमें कोई भी mental या psychological tension नहीं है, when we are happy and we are working properly. Has a good appetite and sound sleep. When we have a good appetite, जब हमें ठीक से भूख लगती है, when we feel hungry properly, we take a proper diet. And sound sleep, when we sleep properly, we are sleeping enough and we are sleeping in a deep sleep. हम बार बार डिस्टर्ब नहीं होते हैं सोते टाइम जब. Has a well proportionate body. When our body is well proportionate, that is we have proper weight, we have proper body health, we have proper muscles build up in the body. How to maintain good health? अब हम good health को maintain कैसे करें? First, eat a balanced diet with plenty of green vegetables and fruits. हमें एक balanced diet खानी है which has plenty of green vegetables and fruits. It should also contain healthy foods and fresh foods. Home cooked meals are best. Follow an adequate regime of physical exercise, that is exercise properly and regularly. Proper recreation, we should do activities which are relaxing, which are recreation, which are for our entertainment purpose, like having a hobby, watching TV, taking a walk, playing outside, things like these. Regular and adequate sleep. When we have proper adequate, that is enough sleep and regular sleep, same as sound sleep mentioned here. And peace of mind, when we are free of any tension, when we are at peace, when we are not overthinking about things, when we are not nervous or in tension about things. Take care of personal and domestic hygiene. When we take care of our personal hygiene, when we bathe regularly, change our clothes regularly, maintain our personal hygiene and diet. Domestic hygiene, when we maintain clean surroundings around us in home and outside. Drink clean and purified water and eat fresh food. When we drink clean and purified water, that is the water we are drinking is not polluted or dirty in any way, and we eat fresh food. Breathe in fresh and clean air. The air we breathe in should be clean and fresh. It should not be polluted. Keep away from tobacco, alcohol and drugs. When we don't consume anything which contains tobacco, alcohol or drugs. Visit a doctor regularly for regular checkups. Regular checkups in the sense like visiting the dentist regularly, like every 6 months, visiting a doctor regularly every 6 months or every 3 months to get our physical checkup and mental checkup. Get regular vaccinations. Vaccinations are medicines and injections used to build up immunity against diseases. So we should take regular vaccinations so that we can maintain our immunity against certain deadly diseases. Now what are diseases? Disease is a state in which there is abnormal functioning of any organ or part of body. जब हमारी body का कोई organ या part abnormal या normally function नहीं कर रहा है, that is a disease. In simple words, disease means discomfort. That is, we are not in ease, we are not comfortable. Now, diseases can be of two types, communicable or non-communicable. Communicable diseases are also called infectious diseases or acute diseases. Non-communicable diseases are called non-infectious diseases or chronic diseases also. Communicable diseases spread from diseased person to healthy one. Communicable means जब हम डिजीज़ को कम्युनिकेट कर सकते हैं, पास ऑन कर सकते हैं विद इन फ्रॉम डिजीज्ड पर्सन टू हेल्दी पर्सन. So that is why they are called infectious diseases as told before. They are caused due to infection with microorganisms or microbes or any germs like virus, bacteria, fungi, etc. Some spreading agent is needed to spread the communicable pathogens. इन पैथोजेंस को, इन जर्म्स को स्प्रेड करने के लिए सम स्प्रेडिंग एजेंट इज रिक्वायर्ड. दिस स्प्रेडिंग एजेंट माइट बी अनदर एनिमल, इट माइट बी एन इंसेक्ट, इट माइट बी एयर, वाटर और सॉइल. स्मॉल पॉक्स, चिकन पॉक्स, निमोनिया, कॉमन कोल्ड, ऑल दीज आर एग्जाम्पल्स ऑफ द कम्युनिकेबल डिजीजेस. नाउ कमिंग ओवर टू नॉन कम्युनिकेबल डिजीजेस. नॉन कम्युनिकेबल यानी कि जो कम्युनिकेट नहीं की जा सकती, जो पास ऑन नहीं हो सकती. सो दीज डिजीजेस डू नॉट स्प्रेड फ्रॉम पेशेंट टू हेल्दी पर्सन. ये पेशेंट से हेल्दी पर्सन में पास ऑन नहीं होती हैं. दैट इज वाई दे आर कॉल्ड नॉन इन्फेक्शियस डिजीजेस. They may be caused due to nutritional deficiency when we are not having a balanced diet, old age when we are getting old, malfunctioning of an organ, when any organ in our body is not functioning properly, any allergy, like some people are allergic to dust, some are allergic to certain metals, some are allergic to certain foods, pollution, genetic disorders are the diseases which we have inherited from our parents or any family member. Now, since these diseases cannot be spread from one person to another, these diseases do not need any pathogen or any microbe or germ to propagate. Marasmus, kwashiorkor, anemia, rickets, scurvy, goiter, etc. all these are non-communicable diseases. Now, the communicable or infectious diseases. These are transmitted from infected person टू हेल्दी पर्सन. बीमार इंसान से, इन्फेक्टेड इंसान से ये हेल्दी पर्सन में जाती हैं. दीज डिजीजेज आर कॉज्ड एज डिस्कस्ड अबव बाय माइक्रो ऑर्गेनिजम्स लाइक बैक्टीरिया, वायरस, फंगाई, प्रोटोजोआ एक्सेट्रा. और जो माइक्रो ऑर्गेनिजम्स इन डिजीज़ को कॉज कर रहे हैं, दे आर कॉल्ड पैथोजेंस और जर्म्स. नाउ टाइप्स ऑफ कम्युनिकेबल डिजीज. फर्स्ट इज वेक्टर, or we can say vector borne diseases, यानी वो diseases जो vectors carry कर रहे हैं. A vector can be any animal or insect which carries the disease. So a vector is an animal that transmits pathogen from one person to another. For example, the female Anopheles mosquito, जो female mosquito है वो transmit करती है malarial parasite को from one person to another. That is, when this mosquito bites a person suffering from malaria and then goes and bites a person who is healthy, then the malarial parasite will be passed on. Similarly, we can discuss about house flies. House flies, they sit on garbage, they sit on dirty places, so they can transmit the disease from those dirty places, that garbage, and then sit on our food or on our body to us. Similarly, they can sit on a infected person and transmit the disease from infected person to us. So some vector borne diseases are dengue, which is caused by again mosquitoes, typhus or bed bugs, plague or rat, this is caused by rat flea, the flea which lives on rats and other rodents. Sleeping sickness, this is caused by the testis fly. This is not found commonly here in India, mostly in Africa though. Scabies, these are small mites which live on the body like leaves. Leaves live on our head, between our hair. Scabies mites live on the skin. cholera spread by houseflies, typhoid spread by houseflies again. Bacterial diseases. These diseases are caused by bacteria. Some examples are given here. Pneumonia. Pneumonia is transmitted through air or by sputum. जब हम छींकते हैं या खांसते हैं, when we sneeze or cough, the disease is spread by through air or by sputum. Sputum होती है वो बलगम जो हमारे माउथ से बाहर निकलती है when we cough. Symptoms are infection of lungs, common in children and old people. Little children can get pneumonia when they are small, or old people are more susceptible to getting pneumonia. The symptoms are again cough and high fever. प्रिवेंशन या क्योर क्या है, इसका इलाज क्या है? एंटीबायोटिक्स, मोस्टली पेनिसिलिन इंजेक्शंस. पेनिसिलिन इज अ टाइप ऑफ फंगाई विच हेल्प्स अस टू फाइट द बैक्टीरिया कॉजिंग निमोनिया. डिप्थीरिया spreads through air because the patient is coughing or sneezing, so it can spread through the air by droplet infection. जब हम खांसते हैं या छींकते हैं, when we cough or sneeze, the small droplets of saliva come out of our mouth. They can spread through air to the healthy person. This infects children from 2 to 5 years to age commonly. Affects the lining of the nose, the inner lining or the inner area of the nose, throat or tonsils. Again, the cure is vaccination by triple vaccine. 3 vaccines are applied or 3 injections are used for DPT. These are given to the small children when they are infants. Please search on DPT. Whooping cough. Again, this is the disease of the respiratory system. Spreads through air or by discharge from throat during coughing. This discharge is mostly sputum, which we have discussed above. Infects children, affects the respiratory tract. This is the respiratory tract. The nose, the throat, the trachea and the bronchi, lungs. These parts are the respiratory tract. The diseases like pneumonia, like diphtheria, whooping cough, all these diseases affect this or system of the body, that is the human respiratory system. Again, whooping cough and diphtheria, we have the same DPT vaccine to fight the disease and prevent the disease. Tuberculosis again affects the lungs. It is spread through air, dust, sputum या बलगम by coughing, sneezing or spitting. Spitting means थूकना. Generally affects lungs. It causes phlegm. Phlegm is again बलगम जो हम nose से निकालते हैं when we get a cold, and coughing is seen. The vaccination BCG and antibiotic streptomycin. These two are used to treat TB or tuberculosis. Cholera. Cholera is a disease of the digestive system. It is spread through contaminated food and water. Contaminated food and water, that is the food and water which has the cholera causing bacteria. It infects the intestine. It causes loose motions and vomiting, causes dehydration. Dehydration when we lose water from the body due to vomiting and loose motions. What is the prevention and cure? Proper sanitation. That is proper disposal of human waste through sanitation and sewers. Keeping food covered so that it does not get infected by any bacteria or any other germ for that matter. Washing hands and utensils properly. Washing hands before and after eating, washing utensils properly so that we eat food in clean utensils. Anti-cholera injections are given to the patients. Other than that, we should make sure the food that we eat is cooked in a clean and hygienic environment and it is fresh when we consume it. Typhoid, again, it is a disease of digestive system. Spread through water and food contaminated by flies or sewage. When our water or food gets contaminated by flies which sit on garbage and other dirty places, or sewage, that is when the sanitation is not proper, the sewage water can mix with the underwater underground drinking water supply, and that causes contamination of the water, and thus that can spread diseases like cholera and typhoid. Causes intestinal fever, which rises in the afternoon. Intestinal fever are stomach ache, abdominal pain, loose motions, diarrhea, dehydration. Reddish eruptions on the chest and abdomen. Small reddish rashes and eruptions which are itchy often are caused are seen on chest and abdomen, that is your stomach area. Again, proper sanitation is required. Use of boiled water or the water which you are drinking should be pure and free from any germs. Control of flies, because flies are the carrier. To control the flies, the surroundings should be clean. Keeping food and cut fruits covered. The food and the fruits, especially the cut fruits, should be covered so that they are not contaminated through air and germs. Vaccination, and again the food which we consume should be clean, cooked in clean and hygienic environment. The utensils should be clean and the food we consume should be fresh. Today we will be covering only till this much. Please read this table again, and tomorrow we will go further on.